since we last talked. Do we have any better idea who the man in yellow is? Do we have any better idea what happened with the time jump, or if Julie is Julie from now or Julie from then? Any better idea if Miranda is everybody in the village's mom? like, what's really good, bro? Like, talk to us and shout out to the comments. Please join. This is a conversation for everybody. We're gonna be interactive this morning. What's goody? Yeah, Anthony, talk to us, man.
Oh man, Tamiranda's got a lot of husbands. That's all. That's one thing I definitely walked away with. She's no longer seeking brother husbands. Found, lost and found.
Brother husband.
Man, but no, you're right. This season had a lot going on. We had Elgin getting. I'm sorry if you ain't see it in a week. I'm just gonna start spilling some beans. Elgin got tortured.
Oh my goodness, did he?
Oh, thank you. Yes, put it up.
Is that even the word? Like,
yo,
whoa, yeah.
He effed around. He found out, right? He entered into phase 2, right? Phase 1 was taking Fatima. Phase 2 is when you find out.
Wow. Yeah, man. And the sad part for me is, was it worth it? Was it worth it? Like, when I'm looking at the results, the end results of what ended up transpiring, you're kind of like, bruh, you could have, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it really that honorable? You held out for what, 10 minutes and ended up spinning the beans anyway? Where they do that at, bro? Like, I don't know if he can make it with the No Limit soldiers. This is not a real soldier right here, bro.
I'm mad you got a clip of him going to sleep every few seconds. Like, all season long, my man was asleep. Like, he woke up on the button.
Okay, let me before you slander me, this is his page. Okay, this ain't just me. I put his page up, man. What's the comments talk about though? I mean, Nolly, do you feel the same? Like, after watching it, I feel like when we talked on Monday on the movie blog at YouTube, which you all should be subscribing to if you're not, there was half of us was underwhelmed, or the word I think we used was whelmed. Like, I mean, it was cool. I still thought that it was a pretty revealing season finale. Are you Nolly? Are you still of the thought that it was a lot more to be shared and we didn't get what we wanted, therefore it wasn't that great? Or what?
I think I'm whelmed. I feel like the pacing was a little off in comparison to season 2 season finale, but I was glad that I was right in one of my assumptions as to what was going on. But who is this man in yellow?
Yeah. Who is the man in yellow? Who do you think it is, Anthony?
Yo, every time I look at him, I just expect Curious George to come crawling up his shoulder.
You think that story is true? Yo, that's crazy. Okay, I just need a hat.
Yeah, that's it, right? Just that big.
What's the hat?
As far as like who he actually is, I don't think the character we've absolutely met yet. So one thing that I really am analyzing right now that we've seen the finale, everybody's seen it, we've all got a chance to dive into it, is how time travel works in this show. Because we done seen Julie do this story walking thing, right? She walked into the past, she threw Boyd the rope. She was able to hear her mom in the caves, and then she even went further into the past, and she could actually hear the children of the forest being sacrificed. That's what I'm gonna call them right now, the homeless kids.
Homeless kids.
She heard them being sacrificed. So it's like we know that she has this ability, but we don't really know how it works. It even said that, once the story is told, you can't change it. But it's like, well, what does that mean? Because we absolutely saw her throw the rope to Boyd, right? So she can do stuff, but it's like, how does it work? Yeah, I'm really just trying to figure out how it works.
Maybe
what you got?
Maybe helping in the sense of like throwing him the rope isn't isn't as big of a change in like how story goes, whereas like trying to prevent her dad to die, because you know you can try and change events, but if something is meant to happen, I feel like it'll happen anyway. So even if she can save Jim, I think eventually he'll die some other way, no matter what. But maybe because she didn't interfere too much with just throwing him the rope, that it's not as bad, if that makes sense. I always feel like you can't fuck with time, right?
Right.
Like events that happened, they were meant to happen. Destiny was set up in such a way that you can't. It's like Final Destination. You can't avoid it forever.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all are familiar with there's a show called it's oh my god. Oh wow, I really need to start taking prepping. But now Dark, I think it's called. It's set in I think it's Germany. And one of the premises, I won't give away the show if you haven't watched it. It's 2 seasons. It's ridiculously good in my opinion. It's time travel based. Anything time travel always got my attention. But the theme of the show seems to be no matter what it is that you do, once you learn about time travel, every move you make to try to change things only cements what ends up happening even further. Like you can't go back and be like, all right, I'm going to go and I'm going to make sure that my parents go to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance and make sure that they hook up. And like, nah, it don't work like that. Like you can't change like the more you try to change it, the more you make it what it is. So I just wonder, like when she runs up with her new bob wig at the very end of the season and is trying to like trying to save her dad. Like if that's something that, I mean, did she somehow kill him? Because if she didn't show up and like make all that racket, who's to say that he doesn't just walk out of the woods on his own accord before Man in Yellow pulls up? You know, like we can speculate that perhaps her trying to help is what killed him. I mean, am I tripping? I mean,
it's hard for me because Jim was sitting there trying to reconcile with the fact that he has a brother husband, right? Like he was like, you ever see like guys just put their hands on their knees, like,
yeah.
Yo, come on.
If my man had a stiff drink right then, you know he would have been right. If he would have had one of them little moonshine drinks they've been making, he would have kicked that drink back.
He really sat there and was like, "This is what I get for shutting the fuck up and listening."
Yo, it's so bad. It's so bad. Yo, he literally did the right thing this season, and he ended up having a bad day for it. And yo, Anthony, talk about bad days, bro. He went from fine, I will submit to my wife, to hey, that's music. I'm having a good day. Sure, I'll follow you guys out into the woods and talk about the Uncle kids. Hold on. So I ain't even your first husband. These kids is who? Oh, those kids. Jade is your what? You know what I'm saying? And then to cap it off, Curious George pull up out the woodwork, and it's just like, yeah, all right, let's go ahead and just cut this whole life thing. Even though, Anthony, we both know Jim was being he got what he deserved in that moment, bro. I mean, let's keep it real. Let's just be honest, bro.
He
was asking for it. Yes,
I just started to like him again. I was just starting to like his ass again.
Damn.
Me too. I was starting to like him.
Yeah, no, I was starting to like him again. I don't think he got what he deserved. I think he got more than he bargained for. Because it's already bad enough when your enemy becomes your wife. Like you remember The Walking Dead? Or Rick and Shane? Like, yo, that's my boy. Yeah. Now I hate you. Now I really hate you. Man. Like he went through all of that in 60 seconds. And he didn't even have a gun.
But to be fair, Shane was acting out his ass. Jade was just on the same page. He was just realizing it at the same time. So he wasn't really like, on some Shane level, but there are some similarities, yes. He did do all that in 60 seconds.
And let me just kind of just clear the name of Shane real quick. It ain't like Shane was trying to mess with somebody he thought was still around. I mean, he was trying to be in the Bible.
He didn't even check it.
In the Bible, it says
the bed wasn't even cold, and he was like, "Well, I blockaded his door. That's the best I could do. Now I got his place." He didn't even wait.
Yo, but then
Man was
when they found out, yo, I think the dirty part about that, honestly, wasn't Shane, because dudes gonna be dudes. It was the wife. Like, she's the one. Like, they off in the woods. You know what? We going into a whole other, tangent.
Yeah, I know.
We sorry.
And
justice for Shane is all. No,
Leave that man alone, right?